The LCBO brings the Ontario government around $2.5 billion each year. Ever wonder where exactly does all that money come from? I'll break it down for you. A lot of it involves sales at LCBO stores, but the LCBO also gets a cut from the booze you buy pretty much anywhere in Ontario. At a grocery store, in a bar or restaurant, even the beer store. The LCBO's gross sales last year totaled $7.4 billion. No wonder grocery and convenience stores want a piece of that action. Here's how the LCBO's sales break down by product type. Spirits, like whiskey and vodka, make up the biggest share, followed by wine, then beer, and ready-to-drink beverages, those pre-mixed canned cocktails. And where do those $7.4 billion in sales happen? Mostly at LCBO retail stores, nearly $5.9 billion worth. That's roughly 80% of the LCBO's revenues. Far smaller portions come through the LCBO's wholesale and distribution arms, including licensed venues like bars and restaurants, followed by grocery stores, and LCBO convenience outlets, those agency stores in small towns and rural areas. The LCBO also makes some money off beer store sales and by supplying duty-free shops. Why does all this matter? Premier Doug Ford's government claims that allowing every grocery and convenience store in the province to sell beer, wine, and ready-to-drink cocktails won't hurt the LCBO's bottom line.
As we implement our plan to deliver more choice and convenience, the LCBO will continue to play a critical role in the new marketplace.
Let's take a closer look at exactly how the LCBO makes a profit in the marketplace right now. After those $7.4 billion in gross sales, subtract about half of that for the cost of the products and around $1.2 billion in expenses, including labor and admin, that leaves the roughly $2.5 billion the LCBO delivers to the government. Those are the big numbers. Now let's zoom in on how the LCBO earns money on a bottle of wine. Take this Ontario White that you can buy for $14. The wine producer gets less than $6. The feds get a little excise tax. Here's the LCBO market and levies. And finally, HST and bottle deposit. So the LCBO's take is almost $6. When that bottle of wine is sold at a supermarket, everything stays the same except the LCBO knocks a discount off its markup to give the grocery store some margin. So the LCBO's take drops to a little under $5. So what will happen when every grocery store in Ontario and thousands of convenience stores start selling alcohol and take a bigger slice of the LCBO's market share? I got my hands on this confidential LCBO document. It forecasts losing anywhere from $600 million to more than $900 million a year from the LCBO's retail margins. The same LCBO confidential document predicts it will make up for that retail loss as exclusive wholesaler to the convenience stores and grocery stores.
Because the LCBO will be now the wholesaler right across Ontario. So that's a big business opportunity as well.
Despite that opportunity, the LCBO's confidential forecast says the government will end up with anywhere from $98 to $150 million less annual revenue as a result of the changes. Which means the LCBO will remain a big cash cow for Ontario, just not quite as big. Mike Crawley, CBC News, Toronto.